Hello, ladies and gentlemen, how are you this fine evening? I'm doing pretty good, and hope you're fine as well. Let's see, my kids are in bed as usual in the evenings, so they're fast asleep, and that's a very good thing, of course, because now I have time to do some WordPress stuff, so that's fun. Need a little sip of my cup of tea. So let's see what we have planned for today. Today, I would like to first go over the news of GreenShift, of course. So let me switch the screen and enable my face. Hello, everybody. So the first update that Igor has announced that there will be form elements. It's not a replacement for form plugins, but yeah, you can now add them. So let's have a look. I've just updated my website, my test website, to the latest version. So let's see what will happen. Oh, you need to have the elements block, right? I don't know if this was the update of 8.7. Let me check real quick, because I'm very curious. Yes, it is the 8.7 update. So there should be a form. Let's have a look. Form elements. There we go. Awesome. And within the form elements, we want to have another element. And that element needs to be a input field. I wonder how this works. Wow. A lot of options. A value, placeholder, name, ID. Can you work with the ID then again? And here you have some local styles. Animation. Is this how the it is a clean look, if you ask me. But is it something you would like in the normal blocks? I don't know. And for the form, the action, yes. That's nice. That's neat. So for those of you who don't know what forms is, a form block like this one with a form tag is a block that enables you to create a form. And when you have a action added, it will send the information to another page. So you can set any page or whatsoever. So you can make quite possibly a webhook or make this talk to a webhook. You need to do some intricate things, I guess, but I don't know for sure. So that's the first stuff. That's the form element that has been added. Also adds triggers to interaction layers, so you can build custom interactions between user input and what your site does. Link will be in a comment. There is a user data for repeater. I don't know what it is. I never use a repeater at this moment, so I won't be going over that one. There's a gallery block. Has a drag and drop sorting in the inspector. So let's have a look. A drag and drop sorting in the inspector. Gallery. I don't know. Filterable container. Nice. Maybe it's only for where have it installed in there. I do have animations, but I don't have the query add-on, so I guess that's needed for this one. Then you have some inline design style for repeater and query builder. A selector builder for class. Ooh. And I think I did see something for that. So let's add a class. If you don't know what classes are, there's a video, of course, in my YouTube channel that goes over the basics of the class system within GreenShift and how you could use it. So let's just add a random class because I'm very curious. You can have a subselector. There are already some things available. Active, do we need to add something? And then the selector builder can add another layer. And then you can select something like this. Chain. It's a selector builder, so you can build a selector. Would be nice that this one, I don't know. It's nice. that you can easily select the types, the one thing you would like to have. I think this is better than what I have seen ever. I mean, works awesome. So that's the selector builder and right to left improvements based on help of some our users. No, I don't use this for now, so it's fine. And lastly, he asked, do we need a tutorial on future request part of site with GreenShift? Like we did on the shop. Yes, I do think videos or tutorials showing the difference or something like that would make sense. So if Igor could make it, that would be nice. One last thing we need to cover during the live streams, I guess. So that's it for the updates. So for me personally, I've just been reviewed, so I'm very excited to go through the review by vidIQ, the tool that I use. And they see, I will mute. Here, this is my YouTube channel. They're checking out the YouTube channel. So I'm going to go through what they have to say and try to improve my YouTube channel. So it's very awesome that I get reviewed. Then I can improve my YouTube channel as well, which you're looking at. And today we're going to recreate another menu concept. So it was voted in the Facebook group. If you're part of the Facebook group, I sometimes post something. It's not a lot. Actually, it is a lot. See? And there was a post, and here it is. 6 days ago, I asked you guys, what would you like me to cover in the next stream? And the next stream, there will be a full screen menu. It was voted 57%, so it's basically the most ones, right? So, and that was this menu. So we'll be recreating this one. And let's get started. I'm very excited. I don't know about you, but I think it's always fun to try and recreate something. So let's start off by a container. Because, yeah, why not, right? And we have some icon in there as well. So we can... It's in the container, so we can add a icon. Box. And here... Do we have something like bars or something? Something similar like this, right? I won't do an exact kind of thing, but at least I will add something. Let's see. Add afterwards. I want to have the menu items in there, but because we don't have a menu on this test website, I'm just go ahead. Can do like navigation, but I don't think we can animate that one. Let's see. I don't think we have animation settings. Nope. So what we'll do is create a custom one. And for a custom one, you can add a heading, advanced. Let's see. What does it say? It has home, about, projects, and contact. Home, about, projects, and contact. Now I would like to wrap those in a container as well. So we here container, and then we have a flex. Go from left to right. I think I would like to align them in the center, and then have a column gap, yes, of 1 EM, maybe a little bit more. So that's the spacing between them all. So here we have a basic setup, and we need it to be full screen, right? That's what we said at first. So let's change the size. I want the height to be 100. PVH, dynamic, virtual, view height. And what this does, it makes sure that the container will adjust accordingly to the view height that is available. Because on mobile phones you have the menu bar or the URL bar that hides and comes in when you scroll down or up, right? And if you set it to 100 VH, it will always be 100 viewport height, and the nav bars won't be taken into account. But DVH, a dynamic view height, will take that into account and it will scale up or down. It does look a little bit funky, so I usually like it more to have SVH. That one is not available. So, oh, I opened the wrong one. SVH. It's also something in the Netherlands, apparently. CSS. And SVH gets the minimal height. And I think I like that one the most because it's better usable. So we have set it to a kind of height. Now let's change the background. And by the way, this is also the first time me trying out how this would work. And so we will be experiencing how easy it is to create a nav menu, a full screen menu, just like you see here. So let's experience it together. There's also another one, close button. So let's use this one. And there we have our contents. I think this will be in a wrapper as well. And we would like to actually only align this one to center. Can we justify a line? Or something in those lines? Position. Well, it can also be done with position, but I don't like that one. Really? So this is the basic concept, I guess, for this menu. We have a menu icon, we have a background that comes in, and then the link items, and the items have some kind of animations going on when hovering. So we have some of the basic structure. Let's see how we can update this. So the first thing I would like to do is when this container is pressed, I want to show one icon and else I want to show the other icon. Now you can also do it with some kind of CSS menu changes, but I don't want to use that one. So let me hamburger. This is awesome that it is available. Renaming your blocks, because else it will get very tedious to find which block you want to change. And this is the close button. And let's call this one menu toggle. And when the menu toggle is pressed, I want to add a interaction layer. So we go to the interaction layers. Now what this does, you can set a kind of trigger. So we want something to happen on click, because when we click this section, and maybe we should make it smaller. Let's make it visible a little bit as well. So when we click the red section, it should switch between one or the other menu item, and it should also change the container. So we can add a interaction layer, add action, and what we want to happen, Now there are a few possible ways we can go by this. Which one would be the nicest one? I guess it will be attaching and removing a class. Toggling a class even. Toggle class. And it says a class of open. You can also name it a class of active if you would like to. And we want this to be added to the container. So let's select the container. You didn't know, here you have a cogwheel, and when you press the cogwheel, this navbar will open and it is your CSS selector builder. Well, that looks familiar. And we add a class to this one. Use current chain. We will rename the container to menu. And let's publish this puppy. Maybe make it easy for you to understand which one it is. So you can also see it live if you go to my website. I guess I haven't set up the user-friendly naming, but yeah, here it is. And if we go to inspector, I expect the parent container to get a class of open. So if we look, there is something called open already. Open overlay. We just hit it. Something changed. Here we have a class of open. Now I don't like to have capitals. So maybe we can also make it better by changing the name. And what adding this class allows us to do, open menu, it allows us to do more things inside of the container as well. So for instance, when it has open, we add it as a global class. You can also make it local, but I think it's fine. And then this one, the menu toggle, something like this. Menu toggle, we add a global class for this one as well. When open has a child star, which means every, but I guess we don't want it to be every, we want to be the direct child of open, and this will get open. We want to do it to give it some changes, right? So when this gets a class open, we want a change happen to the menu toggle because we want to show one and hide the other. And we can also do this with interaction layers itself, but I find that using CSS is usually more than proficient, and you don't have to have a lot of JavaScript running at the same time. So what do we want with the menu toggle? Dot toggle, we want to have the menu dash icon can we give it a layout position? I want to give it a display of hidden, which means that it gets hidden when the menu gets toggled. But I don't see that it is in there. When I set current, doesn't mean that it will get this one. Oh, here it is. We will hide it on all. But I don't want this one to be hidden. So this one can be reset. Now we have selected the right one. It's a shame that I can't see which one I said here. But luckily there's always a fix. Save. We go to our WordPress dashboard and we'll have a look at the green shift, and then we have stylebook. Let me click you. We don't have a stylebook. Does it mean that our classes are not created then? Classes. Oh, luckily it is. And if we say look at the class, it's nice that we get this kind of thing. It doesn't allow us to open up the container classes, so hope this is set up properly that I had. Damn it. Oh, there it is. Menu icon. Also look like this. Menu hamburger. And then we hide it on everything when the menu gets a class of open, it will trigger this one, the menu bar hamburger, to be hidden. So let's add to this one menu hamburger, and we set it as a global class because why not? Can also be a classic one, but fine. And if we update this, I expect that it would work as intended. So let's see. Did I open up the proper one? Open. It does add open. Open underscore menu. That's right. It will automatically get the class. I forgot about it. Did we need to delete it from the database? I don't know. Let's save them both again. And let's change the trigger to add open menu. It needs to open up. This one needs to change then. Can we rename it? We can't. That's a shame. So this one really can be removed. We add another global class. And we will add a menu hamburger. Sometimes typing is really hard. Let's save. Hi Tony, how are you doing? Long time no see on the channel. It's nice of you to join, but it's not so happy news, right? Because you have some things you needed to do for a client. Let's see. We refresh the page. What will happen? It will add open menu. So that's at least something. Toggle class open menu. And when open menu is active, because it toggles it, it should remove this one. Still not working with the plugin. That's harsh. And you were developing a plugin for a client of you, or are you just doing that one for yourself as a matter of fun? Open menu, and then menu hamburger should be hidden. But it doesn't get hidden when I set it to this way. Open menu. One menu hamburger. Let's add a class again. Global class, add, update. Do we have it now 2 times? I wonder. Nope. I miswrote it. So you're doing a very sneaky one. Learning on the job. Smart thinking. Now it doesn't get added. Why doesn't it? Because I added to the wrong one. Ah, I'm very off today. Let's see. I want this one to be added. Let's update again. And I hope it does work right now. Menu hamburger. Does that mean the open this doesn't work? Oh. Then we do this. Update again. And let's see what happens now. Oh man. So it seems that this one doesn't work as expected. But that's fine, because we have other ways we can do this. So we remove just all the classes. And remove this one. Hit update and refresh. Let's see if it's actually removed. Because I had some issues before that didn't remove anything. So I hoped I could do this all in CSS, but it doesn't work as properly as I hoped as well. So, and I don't want to go in and write in all the CSS because that's not what I want to do. So we're going to do it via the interaction layers. So in the interaction layers, we want to delete, add a action. On click, we want to remove, hide a element. Hide element, we want to toggle. That would make our life easier, but not this one. We want to toggle this one. Use current chain. And we want this one to be hidden. But I guess we can't set it to hidden by default. Play none. So if you enter in current, and you can do this by add placeholder, you will select the current block and you set a display to none, so it will not be visible. Similar to this one on hide on, and then select everyone, but this one will take care of all of it at once. So I hope that when I set the second one, so we will toggle the element. We add a, no, I don't want to add a condition. I want to add a custom selector. And we want to select the custom one. It would be nice if the naming would be reflected in the selector. I guess that is a thing I could send to the WordPress support. So that's a really nice screenshot already. Here's current one. Let me just update. It deletes everything. That's nice. It doesn't even toggle. It is set to toggle. On click. Toggle element, whatever this one is, and toggle element this one. Make a life a little bit easier that we can at least see that we have two buttons and menu close. I usually use dashes, not the snake kind of thing. Hamburger, update. This one needs to be saved in database. Menu close. Global class, we'll add that one. Save, we update. Within the interaction layers, we'll toggle a element, and the element will be selected in our container wrapper. And within our container wrapper, we do have this one, which is our menu hamburger. Use current chain, we have it. And for this one, we can remove that one, and we will be changing it to the second one, menu close. Now I expect it to be visible. I don't know if it's a visible toggle or a different kind of toggle, because besides a display of none, you also have a display of visibility. So you can set the visibility to hidden. Let's see what it actually does. It does set the display to none. But this one is also set to none. Alright, so it can only see the classes that we have added. Perhaps via interaction layer? So we will add on enter viewport top point without any threshold. So when it is in our viewport, on load even would be better. We want to set CSS variable for this section, and it is a display of none. And let's update. So by default, it will not be visible. It's my guessing. And it's true. But then again, it doesn't toggle. So why doesn't it toggle? Now we could be lazy and just add in something that was already made. So let's have a look. There was a full screen menu, if I remember correctly. Let's see if we can find it somewhere. It doesn't look that there's any menu in there. No, it doesn't. Ah, of course, we can also use... Can we use a pop-up button for this as well? Fancy library. Is it in there? Come here, menu. Doesn't look like it. How are we going to approach this? A content toggler. Nope. A switcher. Nope. Dark mode switcher. Nope. Text with pop-up. Do we have a button? Sliding panel? Text with trigger. Fine. Let's see what happens. We open panel. Well, at least we have something, right? Like a block. Oh. It looks like something we would like to have. But we want this to be full width. And we want this to be full height. There's still some spacing going on. And this can only be text, so it won't be. I won't be able to set. Can we set an icon? If we can click on icon, there we go. Enable icon, and we can set a menu. This icon, enable icon, separate display. We can't change it, right? Nope. To be fair, it's a little bit more difficult than I thought. I hoped the interaction layers would already trigger to toggle one or the other element. But it seems something isn't happening, what I expect to happen. And I don't know. Let's see. So there's the hamburger menu and there's the menu close. But there's no style applied here, you see? And now it is. Style display none. I thought that we set it on load. So when page has loaded, I would expect to change. Now let's set it for this one specifically. And you close. Update. Oh, there we go. It now changes properly. I guess there needs to be a specific selector, although I know for sure that the document stated that you don't have to need to add a specific selector, but it's fine. It's working as I would like to, so we have now a toggling button. So we can remove the red. Background. There we go. So next, we would like something else to happen on the same interaction. We would like this parent container at start needs to have a size of actually 0. And the overflow is hidden, which doesn't make sense, but it isn't what we would like to have, right? Because the icons are then hidden. So what we can do is remove this one, set this container to be a position of fixed. I don't know if I like this one. This menu needs to be fixed as well, because it will be scrolling. Would be the nicest. Option. And because we're working in a backend, let's make that move down a little. Oh, this needs to be absolute. See. Set it to absolute. And now it's within the container, so this one is fixed. Position fixed. Like to update. At least that one changes. And now we want this container to start off with a size of 0, height, and then the spacing needs to be hidden overflow. But it doesn't. 1 pixel. It doesn't really hide the overflow. But it does on the front end, so that's fine. It's sometimes the quirk with WordPress and working with these kind of things. But it's fine. Let's see. What will be the next action we would like to have? We would like this trigger to open up this container. So let's call this rename navigation. And when we toggle our interaction layer, we would like to open up. So we need to toggle. Toggle. Where's the toggle? Toggle class. The whole menu could be done with classes. Actually, that would be a very nice thing to do. Let me try to remake it. Maybe in the next stream that we remake it in a class system instead of doing it with JavaScript, because I think everything can be done with just toggles. Just with CSS, without any issues actually. You just have to add enough delays for the animations to run one after the other, and then you're done. And that's actually what we'll be doing as well. So I see a little bit of JavaScript in here. I think it's just toggling a class, and that should be. Let's see. Nav active. This is done exactly as I would expect it to work. So that's nice. Menu items. String class. Where does it toggle the class? Menu event listener. Toggle class on body. Yep, that's how I would do it as well. So we're stuck with this one. Let's see. When this one is clicked, we will change add class. See, because now we have to add a lot of interactions, and I really don't like this one. That one. So let me just copy this and put it in another page, because it's the interaction layer one, and I think it uses too many resources in the end. So I want to rebuild it already without any interaction layers, because I don't think it's necessary to have any of them. So let's remove it. All right, we do need one interaction layer. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about it, and we do need one interaction layer. And the interaction layer will be that when the menu toggle is pressed, we will, on click, add a new action, we will toggle a class. And we set to active nav, but we wanted to have open menu, right? Open menu. And we want it to be set to, they set it on the body, but I think setting it in a little bit more closer would be better. Now, to be fair, on my own website, techies.review, I set it to my this menu triggers when you scroll down. It's hidden, and you can still hover it, but it's hidden when you scroll down, and that's set on body because of the reason that you can just access it everywhere. So let's add the body as well. Let's just do it the same way, right? But now we are back to square one. At least we should be. Advanced. Interaction layer, no interaction layer. Here is an interaction layer. Let's remove that one. Update. So there we go. Back to square one. So this one can get a class. What was the class again? Oh. It was open menu. Oh. My keyboard's going weird again. So let's add a global class of open menu. And when the global menu is open, we want the menu dash hamburger to switch. So a direct child, but doesn't matter. We want it to be everywhere. Dot menu hamburger to get a display of none. This is a all selector. All the first one means child of open menu, so that's everything in here. And the star means everything, so really everything. The arrow kind of thing just means the ones directly in the container. The star means everything within the container, so in here, but also in there. And we are searching for menu.hamburger, so that's this one. And we set that one to hide on everything. Only when the menu is open. So save all of them. Now, when we look on our front end, it is as expected. And we want our menu dash close. So we here have open menu, subselector, dot menu dash close to be visible. When open menu is set, so we can set display. I guess it's an inline block. Hit save, we hit update, and let's see what happens. So this one is changing, but I don't see my icon changing. Yeah, that could be right? Because what is the default state? Default state of close button is to have if we can also do it right in here. But can we? I don't think so. I think current grabs the deepest function and can't be overridden. I was thinking that we also could do it like this. Dot open dash menu, and then current would also be fine. But I don't think it works like that. Well, at least one thing is happening. The open menu is added and removed. But the toggle is not working. So why isn't it working? Menu hamburger. This will override the other one. So that's not good at all. For the open, the all ones are in here as well. Oh, you have it here. Am I selecting it wrong? Oh, you can also add a space. So move those. Space dot menu dash hamburger space dot menu dash close. When open menu is selected, point everything. Can also do it like this, right? Add a placeholder and set it to display none. I wonder how well this works. Let's find out. Open for the open menu hamburger. No, it has a spacing between. And that's done because of current. Doesn't allow me to add the way I want it to happen. So we need to set it like this. That would be ugly. Body, open menu. No body. There. So we need to change the interaction layer again. Because it can't be on the body. Because the body is the main thing. It will look into the DOM itself. So we need to change the interaction layer from toggling on body to toggling on our parent. Toggle class and then the parent. We update, refresh. So now open menu is a child of body. So yay, it does what I expected to do. But now we need to do the reverse for this one. And I'm wondering if this will work. If we set it to hidden by default. Refresh. I don't see anything in there, so we remove this. The menu, remove, update. it does remove it, so the class is loaded. So now we need to do the reverse. So we can open menu again. And menu close needs to be visible. So how will we go around doing that? I guess we have to manually do it, right? Because there's no way you can add something in the fonts or the colors that have a change in display. That has a change in display. It doesn't. Because all you can do is only hide it, but you have no way of setting the default to show it. Or show it when a class is active. So that would be nice. That is added. Can set it to block. It doesn't do anything. Can set this one to block. But this one can't. Why not? What's the difference? I wonder if this can't even run. Well, this is it for today. I've planned an hour for doing this and apparently still struggling with getting to understand how you can set this up within the greenshift class system. It is fun to experiment and see how you could do this in different kind of ways. So we had one way a little bit working, and that was the interaction layers, just to toggle the menu item. And the next one would be to toggle it via a class system. But that one doesn't work, so I think it needs more experimentation. So join me next week for a live stream, or maybe a week after it, or whatever you feel like. And we will discover together how we can create at least the toggling of the menu item. So thank you all for joining, and see you all next week.